Hey Aries, welcome back to the Guiding Chariot. I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to jump straight into your reading because I'm super excited about it. But as always, house rules still apply, Aries. So this will be a general message for all Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Cross watchers, you're also welcome. Feel free to switch roles if need be. My only ask is that you take the messages as they resonate. Either they fit or you leave them on the table for someone else. Alright, my love, so we are going to get some oracle cards. We'll clarify with the tarot. And then we're going to have a special pull at the end. So stay tuned for that. That's it. Okay. Alright, Aries. First card out, awareness. Ooh, sorry about that glare. That was wild. So awareness. This may be self-awareness. The thing with awareness to me is always honesty. Like, be really honest. So it's not so much about, how do I say this? Like keeping your head up and being the observer, which is involved, but awareness is to me about honesty. Like being honest about what you're seeing, being honest about what you're feeling, and being honest with yourself, right? You know, a lot of times we when it comes to our own stories, our own paths, we always want to make it sound a little nicer. We always want to be a little more flattering. To me, awareness is really about being honest with yourself. So going to be a big thing as we move through March. We've got ask for help. Not always the easiest thing for Aries, but I think this is where that awareness is coming in. How much can you handle? What really is your responsibility and what can be shared, right? Where is an area where you could use some support, where you could use, and it might even be learning, right? You might want to involve someone who has some expertise, right? Knowing that you're not the expert and asking to learn, asking for guidance. And then this one feels slightly disconnected. Here we have the memories card. So some of you might be feeling a little nostalgic. You might be thinking about something from the past. And it's giving me this kind of it feels kind of sad. Like a lot of times this memory card just feels reflective and we're just kind of, visiting things. Sometimes it's, wishing things were the way they once were. But normally for me it's a little more nostalgic, it's more positive. This one feels kind of sad, Aries. Like maybe we wish something worked out differently, or we're missing a person or a situation from the past. Maybe wanting to try again. It's like for some, maybe there's a little bit of regret, but I don't think that's going to be for many. But it does feel like we wish something from the past. We wish we had another chance, or we wish we could do it again. Because either it felt good and we want more of it, or it takes us back to, I don't know. It's an interesting vibe. But yeah, it just feels like we're wishing for something to return. It's an interesting one. And look, there's your energy right in the middle. We love that. Okay, and look at that bottom of the deck, Tower card. So big change coming your way, Aries. Okay. You are also so far the first and only spread where I went vertically instinctively versus going across. So that's, I don't know, that feels different. That might be this change. You might be doing things completely different this round or this week or this month. Can't get my thoughts straight. So under awareness, this first column, we have the Page of Swords. Beautiful energy for you. This is my rebel thinker, right? This is my creative thinker, shaking up the norm, right? Doing things differently, making things better, reinventing the wheel. You also have the Five of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So this could be that energy I was picking up on of, possibly missing someone, especially with this Knight of Cups. It could have been someone that there was some type of emotional connection between the two of you, possibly. And we might just be a little bummed on how that ended. not saying it was no one's fault, just that it ended. So we might be reminiscing over something like that. Awareness could even be on how each person played their role in that relationship. And I say relationship lightly, like it's a connection between two people. It doesn't even have to be romantic. I'm just saying that because the Knight of Cups tends to be, a little more intimate than just saying hi to your neighbor, and it doesn't feel bad or doesn't feel lost. It just feels like we're kind of looking over this again. And again, with that memories card, we might be wanting this person back in our lives, whether it's in the same capacity or, we just want to connect and talk about stuff. I don't know, whatever. You've got such an interesting vibe going on, Aries. And normally your readings really have a lot of like energy in them. This one feels maybe a little muddled, but almost kind of somber in a way. It's kind of interesting. I'm not used to this, at least not in your readings. Ask for help. We have the Three of Cups, the Emperor, which is you, and the Ace of Swords. This actually I think is super, super supportive, falling under this column, because the Three of Cups talks about friendship and support and connections there. So you do have people around willing to help and able to help, whether you're utilizing them or not, or using them to their full potential might be left unseen. And then we have your energy, so you showing up and being very present. And this Ace of Swords to me is a new understanding. Yes, it's clarity and truth, and could even be like purity of thought. It's a big card of communication, but for me, in this particular row, it's giving me a new perspective, a new way of thinking, a new way of analyzing, a new thought process. And I think that is gained probably from a combo of both this new awareness as well as connecting with others, whether it's connecting to this person if there's a strong reason to reconnect, or it's connecting to your friends or people that you're close to and trust that are helping to bring this about. Either way, you are going through a big shift in perspective, right? Especially having you present in the center of your own reading. Like, this is you really showing up and being present for this moment. But it makes sense because there's a whole new train of thought or a whole new mindset that's coming for you, Aries. So this, exciting, very good to see. Now with this memories column, and remember I said this felt kind of disconnected. So some of you may only resonate with this column, some of you may only resonate with this one. Maybe there's some of you that have a mix, but it does feel kind of separate. So we have here the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and then the Six of Pentacles. I've kind of liked to see that because it does tell me that things, if something is weighing on you or if something is feeling a little heavy, we'll let that little motorbike go by, it is going to lighten up, right? For some of you, this may even actually be a step back, but it's a step back because, again, of this perspective. It's a step back to really think about things. Or for some of us, it may even be healing, right, with this memories card, and healing something from the past, and just being patient and compassionate and gentle with ourselves, and allowing what needs to flow in and flow out to just happen. Starting this column with the Queen of Cups tells me it's all focused on that emotional space. Could have been dealing with a water sign, especially a Cancer being the Queen of Cups. So doesn't have to be, but that energy could be involved. And then with this Seven and Six of Pentacles, this is about you kind of regaining your flow and kind of allowing things to be. Also being a little bit patient, right, for this process. Whether this is waiting for a response, waiting for the right time to reach out, something like that. It's going to be up to you. So just kind of be in flow. Follow your guts. Follow your intuition. Follow your feelings as well, right? Because the more you stay in this, because it's a Mobius strip, so it's a flow. No matter what's going out, it's coming back in. So especially if you're in the process of sending something out, being patient for it to return is going to be key. Because it will. Honestly, it will return. Aries, what an interesting spread. I also, I'm feeling this, push, right? Because I'm definitely going through this reading a lot faster than I would some of the other ones. And I find myself wanting to, slow it down and talk more, but the energy keeps kind of like pushing. So especially with when I was talking about the memories column. So if you are kind of thinking about things or wishing things in the past worked out different, if you're feeling called to do something or urged to do something, honestly, it might be prudent for you to do so. That might be why the energy is kind of feeling the way it is. That made your reading so much shorter than I feel like it would have been otherwise. I will say the good thing about this reading is that you're playing a very active role with your journey this month. And again, I say that because your card, the Emperor, is showing up right in the middle. So I know you're present and engaged for this. So I'm not worried about you doing it. I guess the thing is, don't drag your feet, really. All right, well, we're going to do something a little fun. So this is in honor of the new moon coming up on Saturday. So I wanted to pull a card just on this new moon, so separate from this reading, to maybe let us know what's coming with this new moon for us, help us to guide our intentions if we don't really know what we want to manifest and what we want to work on. This will just help us to, get a little clarity. Before I flip it over, I feel like I want to go look through this bottom of the deck, because I feel like we went through that so fast. So we have the Tower, then we have this Ace of Wands. So definitely a new beginning coming for you here, because we talked about this Ace of Swords being a new perspective. And here we have new drive, renewed motivation. And then we have we're going to take these two queens for sure. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So very nurturing energies. And I think this is really for you, my lovely Aries, being stable, feeling confident. For some of you, this might have to do with getting your groove back right here with this Queen of Wands, because that's a very sexy, sensual, charismatic energy, and a natural fire energy for you as well. So this may be for you finding more stability, finding more grounding, finding more faith. And then we also have the Ten of Cups down there. So again, we're talking about our happily ever after. For some of you, maybe that's why the memories feel so somber, because maybe we felt like we had a taste of that Ten of Cups and then something happened. Don't let that go, would be what I want to say here, because we have this reconnection to it and allowing it to flow. So if you do connect with that, don't let that go just yet. I don't think it's over, but I do think we need to bring about some communication with that. Very interesting. Look at that. No wonder why you got those queens. Nourishment. Yes, Aries, feeling stronger, right? Feeding yourself, listening to your needs. Oh, I love I couldn't think of a better card. With the awareness, with the queens that popped out, this kind of like new, fresh way of thinking. I love this, especially, and even with the memories card, thinking about that too. Nourishment coming up on really what feeds you, feeling stronger, feeling better about yourself, and it doesn't even have to be your physical body and your physical health. It can be emotional health, it can be mental health, but feeling better almost on all levels. Oh, I love that. So as you're setting intentions for this new moon, think about, I would say really romanticize the future you have before you, the future you're creating. Fill it with the things that really fill you up and make you feel happy and make you feel joy and contentment, versus things that make you feel depleted and, like the energy is only going one way, right? Really create a life that sustains you and nourishes you. Ooh, what a good reading. What a good reading. A little heavy, but overall really, really good, Aries. With that said, I'm going to wrap up your reading. As always, thank you for all the love and support you give me. I ask that you continue to help me grow this channel, please. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how this reading resonated with you. You can also connect with me on Instagram. Oh, and side note, while we're talking about Instagram, I will be traveling the end of this week. Only for a couple days. It's not going to be very long, and I'll be back next week. So the videos will be posting up next week as normal. But I will be gone the back half of this week, so I won't be able to film, so I'm trying to bust through these videos now. But I do plan to take some decks with me so I can post on Instagram and kind of stay engaged that way. So make sure you're following me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. If you're new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's the best way for you to be notified when your new readings are coming up. But other than that, Aries, stay safe. I love you guys. Take care. And I will see you in your next video. Bye.